that weren't in her name.
So help me understand how it could possibly be that two different people had their credit cards used by you on accident to purchase things.
I don't have an answer.
This is the moment her own excuse falls apart on camera, and she has no idea it's happening yet. She's standing at the front desk, heating pad on her back, thinking this is just a normal shift. It's not. A sergeant is already outside with her name on a warrant. And by the end of this interrogation room conversation, the excuse she leans on hardest is going to be the exact thing that buries her. Ellensburg, Washington, February 7th, 2026. A guest named Samantha Warner is scrolling her Capital One app when she sees it. A charge to Domino's, $44 and change. Second one this week. Days earlier, $27 to a movie theater she never visited. She calls it in herself, calm, methodical, the kind of caller who does half the detective's job for him.
Hey, so I had a random charge on my Capital One card tonight from Domino's, and it's the second one this week, and I was kind of curious. There was another one from the Majestic Theater. So I called I called Domino's tonight to get some information about the charge. And it happened earlier this week because I was on call for Aspen this week, and I stayed at the Red Lion Hotel. And I called them to get some information about who the pizza was going to, the delivery for it. And they gave me the information, and I was like, that's interesting because I had a charge to the Majestic Theater earlier after staying at the Red Lion Hotel. And the girl at the front desk, her name is Alexis, which also matches up with who the pizza delivery was going to. So I don't know if it's the same really? Alexis or not. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting that both names were Alexis. So I have the information, but clearly they're both fraudulent charges on my case.
I stayed at the Red Lion, she tells Dispatch. The girl at the front desk was named Alexis. The pizza's going to an Alexis too. That's not a coincidence, that's a thread. And Sergeant Potter pulls it. He walks into Domino's first. Doesn't guess, doesn't assume, just asks for the order. Online, placed through the app, address Red Lion Hotel. Name Alexis King. 2 orders under that name, actually. He checks the theater ticket too. Same name, same pattern. 20 minutes in, and the case already has a shape.
Hey there. I'm Sergeant Potter. My body camera's recording. Okay. Hey, did you speak to a lady a little bit ago about a fraudulent card or fraudulent pizza that called in, or was it one of your staff?
Fraudulent pizzas?
Yeah, so somebody had called in an order using a credit card that didn't belong to them.
Oh.
The victim's name was Samantha Warner, but the pizza was for a Alexis King at 1700. And I'm curious as to how that order was placed, whether it was online or if someone called.
I can search it up. It was it. We had a lot of orders, so I from.
Yep, it was. So she just called within the last half hour.
Was it? Do they have information on if it was a delivery or a carryout?
Yep. Red Lion.
Red Lion.
Yep. For an Alexis King.
For Alexis King. I have 2 orders under that one.
Was there another one that came in?
Then the pause. He runs her name for warrants. Gets a hit. A misdemeanor bench warrant out of Kittitas County, failure to appear. And something else clicks. A months-old complaint from another guest, $300 pulled through Walmart and other sites after a stay at the same hotel. Nobody could prove who did it then. They can now.
Okay, what's your first?
They are able to confirm an Alexis King did allegedly place those pizza orders. Get this, court documents say, I conducted a driver's check on King from Spillman and learned she also has a misdemeanor warrant out of Kittitas County Lower District Court for failing to appear. After learning this information, I remembered a recent call where a similar set of accusations were made. Sergeant Cindino took the report where another victim had stayed at the motel, and his credit card was used to make purchases online at Walmart and other locations in Yakima. Approximately $300 was stolen during that incident.
He walks up to her at work. No raised voice, no drama, just procedure. You're under arrest right now. She asks what for, and he doesn't even blink. I'll go through everything with you in just a second. That's the whole exchange. No begging, no explaining. Control, not cruelty.
So you're under arrest right now. You have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
So just place I'll go through everything with you here in just a second, okay?
Here's the detail that humanizes her before this gets ugly. She's got a heating pad on her back. Bad back, she says, quiet, almost embarrassed. She's 24, working 16-hour days.
Okay. And would you consider yourself financially stable, struggling? well-to-do? Where would you find yourself in that?
Struggling,
Okay.
making it by, but that's
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Okay. How much do you make at the motel?
17 an hour
Okay.
minimum, I think, if that is minimum.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it is.
Sure, I couldn't.
A kid at home. Whatever she did, she's not walking into this room as a criminal mastermind. She's walking in exhausted.
Hi, Lexi. How are you? Good. Hey, I'm Sergeant Potter. This is Corporal Ingram. Just so you know, both of our cameras are recording. Hey, I'm going to have you step out here with us.
Okay.
Okay. Is that a heating pad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a bad back.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. You going to come out this side?
Yeah.
Okay. Just watch.
Potter doesn't push yet. He lets her dig, asks about the pizza. She says she paid with her own card. It just autofilled. He lets that sit for 1 second too long. In order to autofill something, he says, you have to input it manually first to silence. Correct. Yeah. That's it. That's the moment the whole story cracks open, because now she's agreed on record that nothing autofills by accident. Somebody typed those 16 digits in. Somebody chose to.
Anything about a guest's credit card being stolen.
So, obviously, I explained to you that you were under arrest. You have a warrant for your arrest for a driving violation, but you're also under arrest for theft in the second degree. And you had indicated when we were at the motel that you were confused by that.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of time since we've spoken about that and the car ride and everything. Do you have an idea as to what I'm actually here talking about regarding the theft?
No.
You have no clue. You can't think of anything that you've done that would be wrong where you would be arrested for a theft charge.
And it's not just the pizza. It's the movie tickets 4 days earlier. 3 tickets, Zootopia, paid online with the same Phantom card. 2 separate purchases, 2 separate victims, same excuse both times.
So in order to autofill something, you have to input it manually first and then save it into your wallet or whatever phone. I think you have an iPhone, right? So it'd be your wallet. So you have to save that on there. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So tonight, you ended up placing an order for Domino's, and you're saying that you used what you thought was your card.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the problem is that you didn't use your card.
Potter doesn't raise his voice. He just states it flat. Help me understand how 2 different people had their credit cards used by you on accident. Her answer, I don't have an answer for that. That line is going to follow her.
Okay. Because this wasn't the first time that this has happened. You also did it when you went to watch the movies on the 4th at the theater. Do you remember going to the movies?
Yes.
And what movie did you see?
I know obviously what movie I saw. I just can't even think right now. Zootopia.
Okay. Did you take your kiddo?
Yes.
Okay. Because how many tickets did you buy?
3.
And how did you buy those?
Online.
Online?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much was that?
$20-something.
Okay. Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how much was the pizza tonight?
30-something.
Now the stakes climb. This isn't a one-time slip anymore. It's a pattern with a paper trail, and Potter tells her exactly what that pattern implies. Card cloning, organized fraud, people in her exact position, front desk, ID on file, name, birth date, card number, everything needed to run this at scale.
So the reason I ask how it could possibly be, Lexi, that gets autofilled is to help understand it, because maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know. I'm not in the hotel business, so there might have been a legitimate reason you were using your phone to input stuff, but it doesn't sound like it.
No.
And talking with the owner, it doesn't sound like that's the case either.
No.
So help me understand how it could possibly be that 2 different people had their credit cards used by you on accident to purchase things.
I'm not saying that's what you're doing, he tells her, but you won't explain how you're getting this information. And that's what concerns me. She shuts down. I don't want to bring anybody else into it. Wrong sentence to say to a detective, because now he knows there is somebody else.
I don't
He
think
doesn't
so.
yell.
Okay.
He
Do you have
just
any
lets her
keys
sit
on you?
with what
No.
she
You have
just
to get
admitted.
searched.
You had to have learned this from
Okay.
someone, right? She won't answer that one. But the incident
You have a
report fills in
vehicle?
what she wouldn't.
So is
She'd
any of
been
this stuff here that's in
entering
your bag
guest card
belong to
numbers into the
business?
comments field of the
No,
front
so the
desk
notebook
software.
and all that stuff?
A workaround she says
That's
she
all
picked up
yours?
from the previous manager, so the info would just sit there waiting whenever she needed it. Months of this. Not constant. Just
wanna
enough.
grab that
Before
and
she
grab
stops
these?
talking entirely,
what we're
Potter
gonna do-
gives her one more moment, the kind of line that isn't about breaking
we're
her.
gonna end up
It's
doing-
about naming what she already knows.
We will go
Good
out to
people
the car
make
and
bad
search
mistakes.
it.
I've been doing this 22 years. I don't think you're a bad person. I think you know you made one.
I just don't want to bring anybody else into it.
I'm not saying that you have to bring anybody else into it.
That's
I'm
how it started, though, or
I believe you.
how it even came up in the first place. Because I never did it. It's not like I've done it my whole life. It
I
came
believe that
up
too.
with what?
I believe you
Yeah,
on that. You had to have learned this from someone.
right.
Okay. So
She doesn't disagree. She's booked. 2 counts of second-degree identity theft. 2 counts of second-degree theft. Plus the outstanding warrant that started this whole encounter. Released the next day on a $5,000 bond.
and when you're struggling and trying to make ends meet, sometimes people do things out of desperation, trying to make it, even though it's minimal. And they do things that they normally wouldn't do because they're trying to keep their head afloat. Good people make bad mistakes. And it happens all the time. All the time. That's part of what I recognize in my job. I've been doing this for 22 years.
Yeah.
I do not think you are a bad person. I think you made a mistake. I think you know that too. What I will say is from the things that you did do that
Here's what happens next, and it's the part that actually matters. Her court hearing is already on the calendar, and the report makes clear this stops short. She never confirmed whether she photographed the cards, never named who else may have touched that information, never said how many guests total. That's not closed. That's a door left open. When prosecutors get this file, that's exactly where they're going to push. Was she alone in this, or was she just the one who got caught first?
Interview. Alexis King was reportedly booked on 2 counts of second-degree identity theft, 2 counts of second-degree theft, and she was also booked on her outstanding bench warrant. Online records show Alexis King was released from jail the following day after posting a $5,000